Hey everyone, welcome to the weirdest news in history with me, Ben Chasteen, and with my brother too, Jordan Chasteen, where we'll dive into the ocean's depths to explore mysterious recorded sounds. So number 5 on our list is the bloop. It's one of the most mysterious ultra low frequency sounds ever recorded in the Pacific Ocean. Is it a giant creature or just an iceberg? Then we have in 1997, the slow down. Then number 3, the upsweep in 1991. And then we have the bioduck. It's a very strange sound that you'll hear. All of these are very low, deep frequency sounds. And then, of course, number 1, we're going to do the Skyquakes or the sky trumpets. So if that's weird enough for you, stay tuned to hear the weirdest news in history. Jordan, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I want to preference. This is probably a really good episode. If you have a really good pair of headphones, you might want to listen to this episode on those because of all the crazy noise.
That is a very good suggestion. And by the way, I got after last night, I had a fiasco with my camera, but I finally got it working. So we're pre-recording this right now for today. But all right, yeah, let's start with so that's a very good idea. These are all very low, weird frequency sounds that are recorded deep underwater, or except for number 1. But we'll go with number 5 here, which is the infamous the bloop. This is one of the more famous ones. So this came from Noah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I'll pause it here.
Yeah.
It's just that repeated kind
Basically, it really is. And it's very, very low, deep in the ocean. It was recorded by very extreme deep sea microphones that they had in 1997. It's you can't really tell on the audio. It just sounds like a bloop. Like that's why they call it the bloop, because it sounds like some bubbles going up. But it was actually some of the loudest sounds ever recorded in the Earth's oceans in history, and the origin remains unknown. They don't know where. So this is like, imagine like you're hearing it through either listening to it or through the speakers, but imagine like the sound being like 1,000 times louder than what we're hearing it. Maybe not 1,000, maybe 100, but so this was recorded where you're seeing it right now, kind of off of Chile out there, and right? That's right, correct?
Yeah. It's like you're like Chile, Argentina, like down there.
Yeah. So
like middle of nowhere.
Some thought that it could be a blue whale, but the problem is that the vocalizations that you're hearing can't even, like a blue whale couldn't recreate that. It wasn't large enough to recreate this. So we're thinking, I mean, like literally like usually when you see you see like a what's those big sharks, the megalodon sharks or whatever, like that's usually what you see when you relate to this, because whatever created this was way bigger than a blue whale, because the noise that it made, it's like the size of Godzilla. Or megalodon, like I was saying earlier. So they heard it occurring several times off the coast of South America. It was audible 5,000 kilometers away. That's like in a 5,000 kilometer radius, they were picking that up. They could hear that. That's why this is massively loud underwater. But it has a sound of like a living organism, which is why this is so strange. So they have no explanation for it.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit into this video.
Yeah,
And
sure.
then we'll see like what else is going on here.
Yeah. Now they're slowing it down there for the purpose of you
Okay.
can hear it. But that was an interesting sound. I mean, it sounds like we're listening to some kind of alien thing.
Right. I was thinking like either something from like the abyss or
Yeah.
some really big underwater animal.
So they think that if it was caused by an animal, then there's obviously things that are way deeper underwater than what we know of. And the thing is, you can pause it for a second. The thing is that most of these explanations are like, oh, it's just an iceberg moving. This is off South America. There's no icebergs down there.
Yeah.
so they can't use that theory on this one. So what is it? Then they thought, well, maybe it's like the tectonic plates moving or something, the seabed moving. But why hasn't this ever been heard ever again? So by 2012, there was the speculation that it was an animal was replaced by the, like I said, the tectonic plates. They're like, oh, maybe this is it, or glaciers moving. But again, like, why is there glaciers underwater off of South America on the east side, or I'm sorry, west side? That doesn't make any sense. If it was on the south side, like below, maybe that would make a little bit more sense. But this one, yeah. So I don't think they have an idea. But yeah, so 5,000 kilometers is roughly about 3,000-mile radius. It was being picked up on microphones 3,000 miles away. That's why this bloop is massively big. I mean, we're just hearing it as like a small sound, but it was like going off the charts about how loud it was. So yeah, who knows? Maybe it was actually Godzilla moving underwater. Pretty cool though. This one is definitely one of the coolest ones. Okay, but we have a lot more. So let's go to number 4. This one is called The Slowdown. It was also recorded in 1997. That's wild. So, believe it or not, these frequencies are actually sped up a little bit. So these are way more deeper and lower than what we're hearing. But the reason why they sped them up is so it's a little bit more audio or audible for humans to hear. So these noises are actually way lower and deeper. But that one actually sounds like some giant craft that is like moving underwater and just kind of starts slowing down, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. And what's their explanation for this one? a glacier moving. Even though it was, let's see, they said it was near the equator in the Pacific Ocean. So again, how can it be a large iceberg? It doesn't make any lot of sense. Um, it was going on for roughly about 7 minutes, and they call it the slowdown because it starts slowing down over a period of 7 minutes, where it goes faster and then starts like going down. So the sound has been picked up several times each year since 1997. So the only explanation is that even though this is being picked up in the equator, that ice moving in Antarctica. So wouldn't it be louder near Antarctica? Why are we picking up in the equator? I don't know. Anyway,
So I looked it up. There are actually some icebergs near Chile.
is it really?
Yeah, there is. The glaciers of Pantonia, Chile. So
Right.
there are.
But that bloop that we heard does not sound anything like an iceberg.
True, but I was letting you know that there
Yeah.
are some icebergs near Chile.
And okay. Well, hold on, but is that's South Chile?
I don't know. I'm not a Chile expert.
Okay. Well, let me because south of Chile that would make sense, but West Chile, I don't think that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, see, this is all very southern because I mean, look how close it is to Antarctica, right? What we're talking about out here. Well, not up there, like out here. So in this area, it doesn't make sense that there's glaciers here because look at the equator. It's so close to the equator. It doesn't make sense at all. So I maybe it's cold now. Maybe they're probably might be saying, well, they're deep underwater, but still, then it's like, wouldn't they know what glaciers sound like? So we would have it recorded all the time.
True.
So that's what another thing. It doesn't really make a lot of sense in this regard.
We'll play it again.
Yeah, I'll play it one more time. I mean, to me, it literally sounds like something moving underwater, and then like massive, like a ship, and then it's like something like in Star Wars.
That's so weird.
It literally sounds like something from Star Wars, like the Millennium Falcon, like
Fucking
flying in
landing.
and like landing on Cloud City right there.
That's wild.
Yeah, all these are cool stuff. What do you guys think it is? I'm definitely curious about what everyone thinks. All right, let's go to number 3. This one is called the Upsweep, and this was also this one was recorded in 1991. It was detected by the NOAA, the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administrations, which is why it's just called NOAA. Well, there's more. Some hydrophone arrays. I don't know. It's really complicated how they were recording all this. It was recorded in August 1991 using Pacific Marine Environmental Laboratories Underwater Sound Surveillance System, or SOSUS. Say that 5 times fast.
Sounds like a car alarm going off underwater.
It does. So
I actually slowed it down a
you
little bit.
did.
Yeah, let me see if I can get it up
I'm
here.
curious. So
Here we go.
and again, these are all super loud sounds. These aren't just like little sounds that they're hearing in the ocean. These are sounds that are like have a pretty large radius. And from 1991 to 1996, it was speculated that it was a biological source, and that, or not even speculated, that's pretty much what they determined until 1996, where Noah came out and said, oh, it's due to underwater volcanic activity. Again, doesn't really sound like volcanic.
That sounds more like mechanical than anything else, to be
I
honest.
know, that's what
That
I'm.
doesn't sound as like even the bloop sounds a little bit more like an animal or something like that. This one's and even the slowdown one could be something, but this sounds like a I don't know.
Like you
But
said,
again, too, this is sped up.
yes, yeah.
So it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. And I was like, yeah, I was trying to slow it down as much as I could. When it's
And
already sped up already, it's kind of hard to decrease it. It'd
I
be
I
nice to have the
I
original audio.
I know, and I was like, "Why are they speeding all these up?" You can't find them without being sped up, and the reason why the reason they give is because there's such a low audible sound that you almost can't hear it with human ears, so they have to speed it up to show you what it would actually sound like, I guess,
I,
in real life.
I guess, but but then like I said, once you have that sped up audio, you can't decrease it. It's already kind of
Yeah, exactly.
like trying to put something with a filter and a filter. So it's like
Yeah, I
I
know.
just wish like the raw audio was
Audio was
available.
out there, and then we could mess with it ourselves, and that would be
Right.
kinda cool. I did try to find the raw audio, and I couldn't find it, so I was like, "This," and that's another reason why I'm kinda skeptical with some of this stuff. It's like, "Oh, yeah, we're only giving it to you sped up," and it's like, "Why don't you just give us the real file and let us do it?" Granted, when
Yeah.
these came out, there wasn't that sophisticated software, you would have to have some
Right.
kind of, like, buy software to do this. Now it's like you can just put it in your iPhone and change it. So it's crazy,
Uh,
But again, I don't know. It just makes me kind of feel a little weird about it because, like, wouldn't they know what volcanic activity sounds like underwater? Like, wouldn't we have all this stuff recorded? And these are literally things that they can identify, and they only have a theory and speculation. That's it. Speculation, iceberg, speculation, volcanic activity. It's not like, oh yeah, this we know there was a volcano went off, and here's the sound that recorded. But this next one is probably the strangest one out of all of these sounds,
or at least the strangest named.
and the strangest name. That is very true. The bioduck. So this bioduck sound was recorded in the Southern Ocean, kind of in the Antarctic waters. So this is in a cold area, and also in the west coast of Australia. So, but I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be that cold. I mean, the waters are cold. So let's listen to it first. This is weird. This is
Like
probably.
on time.
What'd you say?
It's almost on time. It's almost like in rhythm.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
I was like, my first thought was like, this sounds like the worst EDM track.
I'm surprised someone.
That's almost in rhythm.
It is. You're right. It is. It really does sound like a bioduck. This was dubbed the
This is weird.
largest unsolved mystery of the Southern Ocean in history. There is no explanation for this sound whatsoever. Um, and again, this was recorded. So this was first reported in 1960. So this is a long time ago by a submarine. So there was a submarine in the area, and they're the ones that named this the bioduck because they were like, it sounds like a duck, but it's like mechanical. And it wasn't, it was a frequency range between 60 megahertz to 100 megahertz, and then it was an interval between 1.6 to 3.1 seconds between each sound. Which so it does seem to be like you said, Jordan, it does seem to be like rhythmic.
Yeah.
It was mainly in the winter in the Southern Ocean. It was detected off Western Australia and the Antarctic waters. The sound is made near the surface. So their conclusion in 2014 was Antarctic minke whales. Can you
or mink? I think it's
mink. Maybe yeah. I'm sorry, mink whales. So Antarctic mink whales. I'm trying to see if we have an audio of this. Do we?
I found it.
Okay, cool. Can you play this?
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna.
What the heck is that? That's hard. That's not the same sound.
No.
Let me see.
There's lower frequencies.
Okay, we can.
It's like there's sonar.
Well, that's not even close to the same sound. That sounds like a heartbeat. Are you serious? That's it?
That's what I said.
What? Okay. So you found another one?
Yeah.
So what I'm finding is that they really don't have a sound originated from these mink whales. It sounds like a heartbeat. These are totally two different sounds that we're hearing. This is literally not the same thing. Like not even in this, like this sounds like a heartbeat. The other one sounds like a mechanical duck. Like how can they say these are the mink whales? This drives me crazy with this stuff. Oh yeah, you go.
All right, let's go back to the Baldock.
Clearly that's not it. Yeah. If those two things are the same, then I'm a duck.
Also, the other one was like constant. Mink whales, like sonar's pulse. I don't know.
You know what this sound reminds me of? And again, like all we have really referenced is movies. It sounds like a ship doing some kind of scanning.
Yeah, you're right. It does.
You know, like it's scanning for something underground or underwater, and it's just like, and it's like scanning the surface bed.
Right. I mean, it sounds very mechanical.
Yeah, because it sounds way mechanical. Like something is like turning.
Right.
Like a mechanical, like a camera. But like think of a large camera, and a camera turns and it's like, it kind of reminds me of something like this, and it's just like scanning and it's just this like ship that's like moving underwater. Like, and it would have to be very big and large. So that's, man, it just doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I kept that one for number 2, because it was definitely the weirdest.
That was weird.
All of them. Number 5, the bloop is probably the most famous out of all the underwater sounds. This is probably the weirdest. But now let's go to number 1. So number 1, now let's go to the sky. Sometimes they're called sky trumpets or skyquakes. Number 1. So this is weird.
Around the world over the last few years have gone viral, leaving us wondering what in the hell is going on.
How ominous.
That's crazy, man. Man, that's crazy. It's like a trumpet.
I mean, this literally sounds
Multiple locations around the world, one after another in different years. Is it a sign the end is near? Journalist and religious leader Dr. Ruth Olison sat down to explore.
there's so many of these, and
Crazy.
it's wild. And they're
That's
hearing
crazy,
all
man.
over the world.
Man, that's crazy. It's like a trumpet.
And some of them are booms.
That's
We
crazy,
have
man.
I have a few different audio examples. There's like booms, there's like these weird quakes, there's like thunder where there's no lightning or clouds even. And not much explanation for these things. And they're literally heard all over the world. People were reporting it everywhere from the UK to Canada to the US to even Mexico. Yeah, so they're Skyquakes is kind of the official name for them. Typically described as a very loud boom or trumpet sounding noises, has no apparent cause, seems to come from the sky. It's like something distant but very loud. Like I said, thunder with no clouds, large enough to generate lightning. It can also
There's another one.
cause
Ooh,
vibrations.
you
And
hear
weird, man.
Sounds like jumping noises. Damn. Ooh, is it like a... Wow, looks like that's a super.
There's
Whoa.
no explanation for they just
That would have put a stupid little thing on it, but
yeah. Don't think this has anything to do with Jesus, but so some theories suggest some kind of military training. They also scientists said it could be from like mass coronal ejection, like the sun shooting out something. But then it's like, why haven't we heard these in the past? This is I mean, it has a lot of biblical references because it talks about, the trumpets being played in the sky, and that is kind of crazy. I mean, I guess that's why they put Jesus there, but I mean, again, I don't really know if that's like directly, but could this be the end of the world? Is this just, I think this is just telling people we're kind of in the end times here, no matter where it's from. But and it can't be from aircrafts because we've never heard these before. It would be too besides, sonic booms don't sound like this, and that was another theory.
Unless it's something we don't know about.
Unless it's something we like, some kind of supersonic flight that's like traveling way faster, almost like breaking the speed of light or something. Then we could be having a whole different discussion here. But no, not a single sound theory has been.
Or it's not coming from the sky, it's coming from the ground, and it's something going on underneath.
That's the other aspect that people are talking about. And that did happen in Tennessee or West Virginia or Virginia or something like that. And some people are relating it to the underground cities, that maybe there was like, releasing something from underground, and that's what's happening. But again, there's not really a lot of reference to this prior to 2022. I think there was like one or two instances before that.
Hey guys, come here. Andrew, Josh.
This seriously sounds like Independence Day.
What? It's coming from the sky.
Or like some alien movie, like District 9 like or something.
What is that?
What the heck, man? This is the weirdest one.
Is that a trumpet or?
Good find, Jordan.
Dude, this is crazy.
Guys, come here. Andrew, Josh. Do you hear that?
Before we continue on, this has 500,000 views, uploaded 9 years ago, and it's only got 753 subscribers. So I don't know if this, so.
Well, that's actually good. That means that this guy's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this isn't this is just some random guy's YouTube.
That's just like, this is weird. I'm just going to upload this.
Can you hear that noise?
Some people have their hearing protection loud. Not in this case, but in
It's
some
coming
of
from the
these
sky.
cases. It's freaking weird.
Sounds like a trumpet, though.
I mean, the only explanation really is this has got to be biblical. Like I said, no matter where it's from, aliens, experimentation with some weird new craft or whatever it is, it's trumpets being played in the sky. I mean, it's like crazy. Like, who would have
Yeah.
thought that this is ever like we would ever experience anything like this? But I believe that they've probably figured out the source, and that's probably why they don't want to tell anybody, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, what the heck, And people all over the world hearing these things. So I don't think it's some kind of military exercise, because if it was, it would be localized.
Well, this one was from Australia.
Yeah, that, and then
And it's like they're just like from all over. If you search Skyquakes or sound trumpet,
Yeah.
like in skies, you just see like all these posts from different places all around the world.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a military exercise unless they're
There's
doing
this
something in
one.
space.
I don't know if this might be it. There's this one I heard a long time ago, and I think this is the video.
This is the one I was thinking of too, where it could be coming from underground. This is exactly the one I was thinking of. Now I'll explain what I think is going on here. I think that they were detonating something underground. Like maybe it was an old base or a rock that they needed to blow up in order to start building something underground. And I think that's what they were doing. I think there were charges underground that they were using. And, it's like, we don't have to have any explanation for this. People record it, whatever, it's like, it's fine.
Light that down.
This seriously sounds like something you would hear in a movie. I mean,
this one might be fake. This one's a via production.
That's crazy, man.
Okay.
Man, that's crazy. It's like a trumpet.
No, well, that was the one that they played on that news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Light that down.
I mean, this really could be coming from some kind of craft that's like cloaked, that's massive. I mean, there are a lot of people coming out talking about that there's these giant crafts, that are like these motherships that are kind of cloaked. And I mean, and we're seeing that in movies, like I said, I can't remember if it was District 9 or Independence Day when like with one of these things, when these ships come over and it kind of makes that kind of sound. So, yeah, weird stuff that, excuse me. I don't know if, I don't think there's been anything reported super recently, but this Skyquake stuff is definitely, up there for me as one of the strangest phenomenon that we've encountered in the last decade. So, that's why I like to kind of talk about it. That's why I keep an eye on it, see what the heck is going on. No one really seems to know. So let us know what you guys think, or if you have any strange sounds recorded or strange things recorded or anything or weird stories, send it over to weirdernews@rise.tv. We'd love to include it in one of our videos. So, Jordan, what'd you say?
Or just comment.
Or just comment below. That is true. Yes. And thanks for being with us, you guys. Any last words, Jordan?
No, these are just crazy.
Crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
the sky trumpet ones that's just, I mean, it's kind of sky's the limit, haha, pun intended, for what it could be.
Well, the thing about the underwater stuff, they're very specific. They're only being recorded by NOAA, and we're not hearing those. The ones in the sky, it's like everybody is hearing them. So
it's the ones by NOAA. So I mean, it's like miles underwater. So
yeah, exactly.
It's like, the really special equipment to even hear that. So
wild phenomenon, but maybe it is biblical. Who knows? Well, maybe we'll find out soon enough. But All right, you guys. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show, and stay weird. And until next time, we'll see you out on the edge.